This is the third video that I'm making on the Indian loin cloth. It's very important to know when a male child should start wearing the langota. Uh, the science of wearing the langota is very much related to uh, not allowing the excessive stimulation of the lower animalistic glands and rather keeping the upper glands active. So, the thing is, it's a well documented fact that all the children, they have a very active thymus gland, which is basically an endocrine gland at the center of the chest. This thymus gland is active till the age of 10 or, or 11, and then once puberty happens, the thymus gland slowly starts getting deactivated, and it's because the lower glands start getting more focus and more energy. Uh, it is also true that the thymus gland is associated with aging. So they say the thymus gland starts shrinking from the onset of puberty, and then by the time you're 75 years old, it's almost non-existent. So, so yes, there is a connection between the thymus gland and aging, and it is like there is a popular theory that the sex hormones are responsible for this deactivation of the thymus gland. Apart from the fact that there is basic cellular damage caused by uh, oxidative stress. Basically, the main reason why the whole body ages and degenerates is because of free uh, free radicals caused by aerobic metabolism. So so there is a combination, like there's this combination of aging and the onset of puberty, which starts deactivating the thymus gland. So now the whole concept of making the child wear langota at around the age of 10 or 11 is that the excessive the excessive focus on the lower glands will not happen. Now, again, it's a misconception that the langota is worn by brahmacharis or ascetic people who want to destroy the reproductive organs. No, it doesn't destroy the reproductive organs. It's a misconception. It keeps the sex organs very, very healthy. Rather, it doesn't allow the unnecessary focus and extra stimulation of the genitals, and that will ensure that that energy, that basic biological energy, uh, will instead of being focused on instead of focusing that energy downwards, it will be focused on the upper glands and will keep the upper glands active, including the thymus gland, which in a way is very useful if you think about it. Like, uh, if you see, the child is very, very enthusiastic and is very, very capable of grasping knowledge till the age of 10 or 11. And once puberty happens, you will see uh, a different kind of behavior. Instead of showing enthusiasm about knowing uh, things, uh, the energy is focused more on aggression and sexual stimulation. There is a lot of mood swings caused by raging hormones. So all these things, they contribute to the mood swings and the aggressive behavior that most teenagers display. And this was well documented in the past by the ancient yogis. So that is the reason why they designed the langota, because that would ensure that that energy, that raw energy, doesn't get focused downwards once puberty happens. It should remain, it should keep the upper glands active, especially the thymus gland. Now, in the yogic culture, the thymus gland is the combination of the thymus gland and the cardiac plexus is basically associated with the the anahat chakra. There is this concept of chakras in yoga. I won't go into the detail of that, but but there is a correlation between the yogic concept of chakras and the different endocrine glands. So basically, the Anahat chakra should remain active so that the whole mind body complex of the human, of the individual, uh, remains interested in more human activities instead of the animalistic tendencies. So this practice of wearing the langota, this ancient Indian practice of wearing the langota at the age of 10 or 11 for males actually prevents this excessive stimulation of the genitals, thereby I won't say it completely stops the aging process, nor does it completely stops the deactivation of the thymus gland, but there is definitely a slowdown of the process. Of course, it's not just the langota. There are other yogic and tantric practices which help in maintaining the vitality and the youthfulness of the body, but the langota certainly is an important aspect, an important part of that scientific yogic process. So, this video I made to ensure that people understand that this whole practice of wearing the langota is not an outdated practice, but rather it is a very rational and scientific method of practicing this thing called semen retention. In fact, I would say that wearing the langota regularly is perhaps the most practical way of practicing semen retention. And yeah, uh, so the proper age for um, male children to wear the langota would be around 10 or 11. I think in India, uh, the male child or the children in general, they enter adolescence between the age of 12 to 14. So it would be good if the male child starts wearing the langota at the age of 11, and then the practice of yoga with the use of langota has its own enhanced benefits. So this is it for now.